I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode. Hey everybody, Kelly here, and it's Monday and we have another episode for the Author's Mic. And I'm so happy. I love it when indie authors take advantage of sharing this platform with me and promoting their work, and I'm happy to do it. And today we are talking to Miss Chandrika Phea. She is an ordained reverend. She has written a book and she has a lot of other things to discuss. So you guys listen to me all the time, so I'm going to be quiet and we're going to give the mic to her. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm grateful and anticipating the discussion.
So I love it when people come on and every author has a journey about how they got to be an author. So
Mhm.
I'm just going to get you started and just tell us like your author journey, what that looked like, any insight that you could give anybody who's thinking about going down this road,
Mhm.
and then talk about your book because I love the title, Lord, I Don't Want to Die a Christian. We're going to dive into that too. So go ahead, share whatever
Yes,
you want to share.
yes, ma'am. I am from Oklahoma City, born the oldest of four girls, born to generations of clergy in the charismatic or what some call the Pentecostal church. I was born into the very expressive um, uh, culture that is Christianity, the Black church. So I then followed suit of my aunts and uncles and grandparents and parents. I became a minister in Oklahoma City, moved to Georgia to finish my degree in biblical studies, and then had an opportunity to go and live in China for 2 years.
Wow.
I lived in China for 2 years. I went to China to change China. I lived there 2 years and China changed me. I went on a mission to make more Christians, and I did. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, something was going on within myself that did not reveal itself until I got back to the States. I got back to the States and went back to church as usual, not necessarily expecting to go back to the role of minister or evangelism or even worship leader, but just going back to church because that's what you do on Sundays in the States. And I started to feel claustrophobic. I started to not be comfortable with the old things that I had been hearing all of my life. I started to ask questions about a lot of the things that we had been taught, and even the a lot of the beliefs that I taught my Chinese students. And one day I was watching CNN news story about a pastor and his grandson who he'd allowed his grandson into the pulpit to sing a song about a racist song about having a black president. And I couldn't take it no more. Turn the TV off. So between, the racism from the evangelical church and then dealing with my own uh, limited experience in the church where I live, I just was done with all of it. I got up from my sofa. I walked over to my front door to start cleaning up my apartment. I bent over to pick up a pair of shoes. And when I stood, I exhaled, Lord, I don't want to die a Christian. And I took one step and said, that's a book. And I took another step and said, I did not intend on writing a book. And from there, I just started to pray about what this book was going to be. And it was a very long journey to publishing.
And so I know that you had said that you did not go the indie publishing route, that you actually went and got a publishing deal. And for a lot of authors, they don't know what that's like. So share your experience with what that was like.
Well, and I wouldn't know what it's like to be an indie author. So we do have something in common in that, um, we have an individual experience. I never. I was encouraged to write the book and publish it on my own, but I never really was interested in the money aspect of it. I just wanted to share with people. I felt like um, my story hadn't was not my own. So I wanted the help. And I'm so glad because my first draft, one of my friends who also was in China with me became an author. I reached out to her. She read my first draft. It was horrible. I did not know how bad it was until I got it back. And it was really bad. So I was glad for the help. And then she got me in contact with her publisher, who, I mean, almost did a whiplash response to the connection after she heard the title. I think we spoke that night, and she was ready to take this project on. I had no idea of what a cover would look like. I am a person who is a visionary. I have a big picture vision, but I don't have the details.
Mm,
And I needed that help.
yeah.
So publishing with partnering with publishing companies helps. It works for some people, and for some people, they might have the big vision and the details. That's not my personality. I'm a big visionary, and I need help with the details.
So I think the question that most would have is if in fact you did, find somebody to help you publish, did you have to bear any of the cost involved with getting the book out there, or did the publisher completely take on those costs for you?
I think that can be different for everyone. Because I don't think I want to answer that question completely because I don't know what other
This
authors.
would be called hybrid publishing. So there's
Right,
three
right.
types of
I
publishing,
didn't do
right?
hybrid. I
There's
didn't do hybrid.
hybrid, where you and the publisher both
Both.
invest and
Yes.
you both market and you both go out there and do it. Then there's
Right.
traditional, where it's all the publisher, and then there's indie, where it's all you. You got the best of both worlds. You got the money.
Right. I did. I did, and I think a lot of it is because the publisher really believes in the work.
Yeah, I would agree.
Um,
I would
the
agree.
publisher just believes in the work, and I'm very grateful. One of the things I brag about relating to my publisher is how approachable they are with any concerns. There's never any judgment. And I just feel very supported in whatever concerns I have, whether they be big or small. Just that's the biggest thing for me is that they're approachable. I'm not intimidated at all with questions, concerns. I think in the last few years, my concerns that I've approached them with is just social media. Just hey, run it by me before you post because so it's just been that it's just been very good communication and conversation. That's
That's
one of the things I
always
appreciate the
great when
most.
you can find a publisher or help in this space, because there's a lot of people out there who will take advantage of you
Yes,
because you don't know what you don't know, right? When
right.
you know what you don't know.
It's
So
amazing. I was ready to go with my photo on the book. I learned so much about being a first time author and putting your face on the book. You don't have a great social media following. You don't, so there you have to consider those kinds of things. So I had to bend as well. This is a marriage. So I had to bend as well. And I don't know if anybody can see it, but if I need to show it, but I'm very pleased with how it came out.
yeah,
Um,
so tell us where we can find the book.
so it's on Amazon. It's on all platforms. You can just Google it, but it is on Amazon as well.
Are you thinking about an audiobook?
Sure, maybe in a few years. Maybe 5 year anniversary. Maybe we'll see.
Nice. And so if somebody wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe your story resonated with them, you want to drop some of your social media handles?
I'm on all of them. I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. Same name, Chandrika D. Phea.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
last name Phea.
So, Chandrika, if you could tell somebody, if somebody came to you and said, you wrote a book, you did it, I want to do it, what would you tell them today that maybe something you didn't know when you started your indie author journey?
I did not know how challenging editing would be. Um, it's a lot of work. And I guess it depends too. It depends on you as a person. It depends on how you are publishing it. Maybe you are publishing it independently. In my process, um, with me as a person who believes in excellence, not perfection, but definitely excellence, uh, quality, and then partnering with a company who has their own editor. I did not have access to the editor. So I know I went through my manuscript at least 5 times. I was so tired of going through that manuscript, but I would not settle for just whatever the editor thought was the best thing to do because it says, Lord, I don't want to die a Christian. It's my story, it's
Right,
my journal and my journey to freedom. So I had to make sure that the editor was finding uh, grammatical errors versus changing my message.
right.
Uh,
And that's important when you are looking for an editor for your book.
yes,
Chandrika, I want to thank you so much for being a part of the Author's Mic, especially as a Black woman out here. We are underrepresented in this field, and our stories are phenomenal. So I'm always really excited when somebody like yourself, somebody who looks like me, comes on and wants to promote their work. I think collaboration is a beautiful thing. If
yes.
there's anything I can ever do for you, please let me know. I appreciate you so much. And I wish you all the best on your book. And definitely, all of her information will be in the description. If you guys want to reach out to her, if you want to grab her book, definitely it will be there. Chandrika, again, thank you so much for being a part of the Author's Mic. Any closing words you'd like to add?
No, I'm good. Reach out if you have questions. If you get the book and you have questions, I'm always open to full conversations. I'm waiting on to make an appointment with a young man at as we speak. So you reach out to me if you want. It's a best-selling, award-winning book. So I hope if you get it, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it changes your life.